Hello, beautiful truth seekers. Welcome in or welcome back to the Third Flame Tarot. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm super excited to have you here. This is going to be an all signs reading for the upcoming new moon in Gemini happening on June 6th, 2024. Now, during a new moon, the sun and the moon are both sitting in the same sign, making it a potent double whammy of energy depending on what sign the sun and moon are sitting in. Now, this upcoming new moon will be in Gemini, and Gemini sits in the third house on the zodiac wheel, which is all about communication and how you interact with others. Gemini is an air sign, and the air elements are associated with cerebral activity. It's a very social and active element. It represents our thoughts, perspectives, beliefs, and mindsets. Now, Gemini loves to express itself and its perspectives by engaging in deep and meaningful conversations. So this upcoming new moon in Gemini will be a great opportunity for us to gather with others, share ideas, open our minds to different perspectives, and shift our viewpoints in order to broaden our belief systems. Now, as with anything, there will be a shadow side, and since Gemini is an air element and it's all about thought processes, you might find yourself feeling a bit scatterbrained. So make sure that if you are feeling this way, to ground yourself, do some meditation, some yoga, to kind of help you get out of that feeling of restlessness or anxiety. So I am super excited to get into this reading, so let's do it. I'm going to start off with a base energy read. I like to try and get a base on all the signs, because, the signs of the zodiac, we all share the same thing in common, we all exist together in this beautiful solar system, ecosystem. We all share the same sun, So I want to get a base reading before we get started on all the zodiac signs. But something really important to mention about this new moon in Gemini is we don't just have a new moon in Gemini. It is going to be conjunct. So the moon will be conjunct with Venus in Gemini at 11 degrees, which is really significant because 11 is all about your social belief or your spiritual belief systems. It represents connecting with your higher self, right? It's a very holy and godly number. The number 11 is a master number, so it's a very, very spiritual number. So with the new moon conjunct with Venus, that's not it either. It will also square with Saturn in Pisces. And anytime you get a square, it can represent a little bit of difficulties, right? With the sun, moon, and Venus squared Saturn and Pisces, there might be some feelings of friction, right? Saturn can represent commitments. So it might be a good time to, check back in with your commitments and see, are these resonating with me? Because with Venus conjunct in Gemini with the moon, Venus is the planet of love and beauty, right? So it might be a time to check in with your heart and really ask yourself, are these commitments aligning with my heart, with what my soul really wants, with what I really want? And if it's not aligning with your soul and your heart, it might be a good idea to just kind of question that. Yeah, anytime the planets square, it's a very difficult energy, not like beneficial like a trine or a sextile. Those are, really beautiful and beneficial energies. The squares they're difficult, but they force you to grow spiritually. The more beneficial angles, like the trine, the sextile, and the conjunction, I mean, those are it's a very soft energy. It's kind of like, it's good for spiritual growth, but only if you engage it. So, yeah. Squared Saturn in Pisces, growth via the psyche, right? You can't avoid it. It kind of forces itself upon you. So, you know, and then Saturn is Kronos, the god of time. It represents the Grim Reaper. It's karma and destiny. So, yeah. Beautiful time to set intentions surrounding, you know, your heart's desires. Right? With Venus, beautiful. Yeah. All right, Spirit. We're here to get an energy reading on the upcoming new moon in Gemini. We're looking for a base reading. 3 cards, please. How will this new moon in Gemini be affecting all of the signs in the zodiac, please? Let's get 2 more shuffles. 1 and 2. Alright, Spirit, we're here to get a 3-card base reading for the new moon in Gemini happening on Thursday, June 6th, 2024. How will this new moon be affecting the collective, please, Spirit? Full moon. This happens like every time I do like a new moon or a full moon reading. The last time I did the full moon reading, we got the new moon in the base energy. So that's so interesting. It's like it's mirroring. The moon is like mirroring itself in the energy. Okay, what else? Aquarius. That's your hopes, your wishes, your desires, your dreams. Okay, what else? And Cancer. The Cancer's planet is the moon. That's home and family life. Okay, so the full moon came out first. And the next full moon is going to be on the 21st of June. Let's see, the moon will be in Capricorn. And that's very significant too. Don't quote me on this, but I think that this is one of the only years that Capricorn will have a month with 2 full moons in it. Now, I can't remember which those are. I'll have to look it up and maybe put a ticker down below. But yeah, there's something really significant about the full moons in Capricorn this year. Something very significant. I'll figure that out. But we've got the full moon here in the base reading, not the new moon. So that's very interesting. So the full moon is a full power energy illuminating. It can stimulate dreams, intuition, emotions, and healing. Alternatively, it can stimulate chaos, imbalances, insomnia, and vulnerability. The moon and sun are in opposite signs at this time, right? So that's opposite of the new moon, because the new moon is in the same sign as the sun. The moon and sun are in opposite signs at this time. The bright side is catharsis, potential sexual experiences, ritual, magic, and divination. It's also a good time for reflection. All right, and then the next card we got is Aquarius. Now, Aquarius sits in the 11th house on the zodiac wheel, which is interesting because we've got Venus conjunct the moon in Gemini at 11 degrees. So we've got Aquarius here, which is all about your hopes and your wishes, right? It's about friendships too. It's about social engagement, which is also Gemini energy. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, and Gemini is a mutable air sign. So that's very interesting. Your hopes, dreams, and wishes. Aquarius's planet is Uranus. And Uranus is the mythical sky god, astronomy, astrology, aviation, science, technology, freedom, experimentation. It's very progressive, unconventional, and rebellious planet. And then, of course, Gemini's planet is Mercury. And Mercury is the messenger, right? The winged god. It's all about communication. So interesting. We've got full power energy with the full moon here, completely opposite energy to the new moon. And then we have our dreams, hopes, wishes. And then the last card we got here is Cancer. And Cancer sits in the fourth house on the zodiac wheel, which is right after Gemini. Cancer is a cardinal water sign. Its planet is the moon, and its house is all about family, your home, and your roots. It's a very emotional sign, a very intuitive and nurturing sign. It's a very motherly, nurturing sign. And Cancers are all about their domestic home life. So it's like, if you put this all together, it feels like we should be harnessing the energy of the new and the full moon to put that energy towards our hopes, wishes, and desires, and then, our domestic life. So it feels like in the collective with this base reading, people are starting to really question their home life and if it's fulfilling emotionally, Beautiful. I'm excited to see where this base energy reading will take us. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome in to your new Moon in Gemini tarot reading. Let's get started. Scorpio. My beautiful Scorpios. How are you doing out there? I hope you are doing so good. I am, as always, so excited for your reading. I love Scorpios. I love the 8th house. Such a cool sign, such a cool house. Scorpio, your planet of Pluto is in retrograde, sitting in Aquarius right now. So I'm excited for this reading. I'm excited to see what Spirit has to bring us. I just split the deck and we've got the moon there. All right, Spirit, what can you tell us about Scorpio and the new moon in Gemini? What should Scorpio be focusing on at this time? What intentions should they be setting? There's the moon again. All right, Spirit. 2 more shuffles for Scorpio. 1 and 2. All right, base energy read for the sign of Scorpio, please, Spirit. This one up, and then this one. All right. 3 base cards for the sign of Scorpio, please, Spirit. What do we got? Pluto. No way. Look, I was just talking about how Pluto was in retrograde in Aquarius. Scorpio, your planet, the planet of transformation, death and rebirth. So cool. What else we got? Scorpio! Whoa! We got Scorpio, guys. Oh, yeah. Scorpio. Spirit knows how much I love you. It's easy for me to channel Scorpio energy. I don't have anything in my chart in Scorpio per se, but I have like 4 planets in the 8th house, including my sun. I am a Leo sun, but sitting in the 8th house, which is Scorpio energy. I love Scorpios. Pluto and Scorpio. No way! Yeah! All right, what else, Spirit? 4th house. Okay, that's Cancer energy. Cancer sits in the 4th house. That's your domestic life, your emotional basis for fulfillment. No freaking way. Pluto, Scorpio. Yes. All right, we're off to a great start. Let's see. Which deck? Yep, red one. Red one is always a natural transition for me. Okay. Spirit, thank you so much for bringing us Pluto and Scorpio card. How cool is that? And then we've got the fourth house here, which is your domestic life. It's Cancer. And of course, the 4th house, its ruling planet is the moon. And we've got a Gemini new moon here. All right, what else can you tell us about the sign of Scorpio, please? What should they be focusing on during this Gemini new moon? What kind of intentions should they be setting at this time? No way. Scorpio, Pluto, and Aquarius. You know, this Pluto retrograde is so powerful. And if you haven't watched my previous readings, I would recommend going to watch them. The Pluto energy is strong in the collective right now. The retrograde will continue until October 11th. And during this, oh, I split the deck. Look what's there. New moon. Split the deck. It's got new moon. And then what? Veiled. Veiled. New moon and veiled. New beginnings. There's a new beginning for you, but you can't see it yet. You can't see it yet. Either that or you've got a mask on. Blinders, right? You can't see it. Spirit might be asking you to open your eyes a little bit because you've got an opportunity that's either around you now or it's coming in. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled for that. And you know how Spirit communicates with you is through synchronicities and dreams. But yeah, this Pluto retrograde, it'll be going on until October 11th. And I highly recommend going to watch your previous readings, Scorpio, because you have a deep connection to this retrograde that's going on. There's a lot of power in it for you. Transformational power, growth. Yeah, growth, power. Look, I split the deck, growth and power. That's exactly what I was just talking about. Oh, look at this card wants to fly out. The Power card. No way. Yes, Spirit is agreeing with me. Look, Death. That's your energy. That's 8th house energy. What is going on? Transformational energy galore. Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Okay, last shuffle. Healer and release. Okay, this is tense. What else do we have for the sign of Scorpio, please? Regarding this Gemini new moon. Thank you. Lucky. And transformation. What? What? What was I just talking about? Look at this card. Look at the butterflies on it. That's transformation energy. So you got that. You got the Scorpio card, and we've got transformation here. That's more Pluto energy. What is going on, man? You Scorpios, you're on fire right now. Like, and then we've got luck here. Like I was talking about, there's an opportunity that's veiled. You can't see it right now, but it's there. And you've got luck coming in. You've got luck coming in. Okay, let's get one more card out of this deck. Lucky, number 47. And then we've got Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine. Lucky Divine Masculine. Now, perhaps you are a Divine Masculine, or you're going to get lucky and find a Divine Masculine. I don't know. Maybe we should get some more cards here. Yeah, your May reading was all about, finding power and being alone, right? That you were in resistance to being alone. But Spirit's like, there is power in when you're alone. You have to be alone in order to really clear your energy and tap into your magical abilities. And when you do that and you transform, are you going to get lucky and find a person? Don't know. You'll have to take that as it resonates for you, my dear Scorpios. Either that or you're a Divine Masculine that's about to get real lucky. Okay, one more shuffle. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the sign of Scorpio regarding the Gemini new moon? What should they be focusing on, please? What kind of intentions should they be setting around this Gemini new moon? Thank you. Trapped. Okay. What's trapped, Spirit? Why did we get the trapped card? Flying. This is the third reading that this card has come out in. The flying card. The birds represent the space between the earth and the sky. It's the spirit realm. The crow is also a messenger. Trapped in the spirit realm, huh? During your May reading, I did get an energy of a darker entity that was possibly attached to you. And this kind of does feel like that. It kind of feels like there's a spirit that might be trapped or attached to you. And you should, if you get that feeling, if that resonates for you, then you need to release that. You need to release that and let it go. Help get this spirit transitioned. Find a practitioner that can help guide the spirit to the dimension that it's supposed to be in. Guide it home. Send it to the white light. What else for Scorpio, please? What else? What else should they be focusing on? Power. What? More power. The power card came out in this reading when I split the deck. The power card came out in your May reading. And now we've got power from a totally different deck. Scorpio, you are so powerful. Oh my gosh. You need to be careful with that. Your thoughts have so much power. If you're using them for bad things, that can rack up negative karma. So be careful what you think of. You know, be careful what you talk about, because our words are spells, right? Be careful with that. And figure out how to release the spirit that might be attached to you, trapped in the spirit realm. Okay. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the sign of Scorpio? What else should they be focusing on during this new moon in Gemini, please? What kind of intentions should they be setting? This wanted to fly out, and it is the Mountain. This came out in Cancer's reading too. And the mountain symbolizes, to me, being closer to God. It's the highest point, right? You're closer to the sky. You're closer to God. Spiritual advancement. The yogis sit on the mountaintops in meditation. Spirit's final message for you during this reading is to focus on your spirituality. Everything else will fall into place, but you're extremely powerful, and you need to release this negative energy that might be attached to you. You need to let it go. Let it go and focus on your spirituality. But yeah, you've got luck coming in. Luck coming in and so much transformational energy. It is mind-blowing. So, all right, Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this reading resonated with you. And if it did, please leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And then don't forget to press the notification bell so you can get alerted each time I post a new reading. I hope the new moon treats you brilliantly, and I cannot wait to see you in the next reading. Namaste. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Let's get into it. All right, Spirit. We're here to get a reading for Sagittarius, please, regarding the Gemini new moon. Let's get some incense going, huh? I hope you Sagittariuses are doing super good out there today. I hope you have some beautiful plans for this upcoming new moon in Gemini. Such a good time to set intentions and do meditations and think about, you know, what you're passionate about. The new moon is all about new beginnings, right? New ways of thinking, new ways of doing, new ways of being. It's such a good time to set those intentions. And then with Venus conjunct with the moon, I mean, that's our deep subconscious heart's desires. Our loves and passions in life. All right, Spirit, we're here to get an energy reading for the sign of Sagittarius, please, regarding the Gemini new moon. I split the deck and there's Jupiter. That's your planet, Sagittarius. Ooh, Jupiter and Cardinal. Yeah. Expansion and pioneer energy. Branching out. Branching out. Beautiful. All right, Spirit, let's get 2 more shuffles for Sagittarius, please. That was 1. Last shuffle. And 2. Ooh, that card wanted to fall out. Did you see that? And guess what card it is? The moon. All right, Spirit, we're here to get the energy read on the Saggies, please. 3 base cards for the sign of Sagittarius, Spirit. The Sun, Mars, and the 7th house. All right, Sagittarius, your first card out is the Sun, and that came out for Taurus's reading. The Sun is all about self-expression. It's illuminating, it's warmth, happiness, joy, prosperity. The Sun is Leo energy. It can represent your career, your vitality, your self-expression, your identity. It also symbolizes power and authority, which is very interesting because the next card out is Mars. Now, Mars is Aries' planet, and Aries is all about power, self-expression. It's an aggressive, a self-assertive energy. It represents drive, desire, ego, action, will, force, courage. And then the last card we have out is the 7th house. That is Libra's house, which is all about deep romantic relationships. The 7th house represents what you're looking for in a relationship. Libra's house, Libra is about balance and harmony. Right? The depiction of Libra is the scales. That's their symbol. So it's balance and harmony between two. So putting this all together, we've got identity and self-expression with drive, desire, and action towards balance and harmony. Let's get some more. Okay, let's go with this deck. Yeah, this could symbolize that you need to be more assertive when it comes to your heart's desires with manifesting a person. Or if you're already in a relationship, maybe you need to express yourself more clearly and assertively within your relationship. But if you're not in a relationship, this definitely feels like a sign from Spirit that you should put yourself out there. If you're looking for love, Saggies, put yourself out there. That's the first step. You know, go and socialize. You know, and always socialize around something that you're passionate about, right? Like if you want to meet somebody that's going to jive with you, you want to meet them while you're doing something that you enjoy. So do you love pottery, Sagittarius? If so, make it a habit to go to a pottery class once a week or once a month or something like that. If you like painting, you know, sign up for a painting class and get out there and meet people. You don't want to just show up at a bar, you know. It's kind of a mixed bag there. But yeah, either way, it looks like you want to be you want to express yourself more brightly. You want to be more assertive in the world. And that's great. Okay, let's get one more shuffle for Sagittarius. All right, Spirit. Why did the Sun, Mars, and 7th house show up here for the Sagittarius collective regarding the new moon in Gemini? is the Sun, Mars, and 7th house here for Sagittarius? Woohoo! Anything else? What else? Thank you. What else? Whoa! Oh. Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. Look. Divine Feminine. I'm pretty sure the Empress has come up, or the Divine Feminine card has come up in literally every reading I've done for you on this channel. What was the first card that came out? The Knight of Cups. But in the reverse. I can't really tell. I think it came out kind of like that. And then Divine Feminine. And then we've got the Two of Cups. Which is, look, it matches. It matches the 7th house. Look, the 7th house has 2 cups on it. And then we got the Two of Cups right here. So we got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Cups is a very passionate but somewhat immature energy. Definitely not a king. I mean, he comes in a little flirtatious. He's a poet and a charmer. I think with the Knight of Cups coming out in the reverse, that's just Spirit letting me know that that's not what you're into. You're putting your intentions out there for a person. If you're looking for a person, you're putting your intentions out there and you're telling God, you're saying, please don't bring me a flighty one. Please, please, please don't bring me a flirty charmer. Because you're the Empress. You want an emperor. You don't want a page. You don't want a knight. You want an emperor. Yes. Yeah. I getcha, Saggy. I getcha. Me too. All right. Okay, Spirit. What else do we have for the sign of Sagittarius, please? As far as the Gemini new moon goes. Yeah, you got the right idea, Sag. You know, if this is what you're hoping to put out there, like with Aquarius came out in the base reading, right? Which is all about your hopes, your desires, your wishes. And the Gemini new moon, the new moon is a perfect time to set your intentions as far as your wishes and hopes go. And clearly it looks to me here like you are hoping for a person. But you don't want just any person. No flighty Knight of Cups. No, no, no. Alright, Spirit, what can you tell the Sagittarius collective, please? As far as the Gemini new moon goes, how can they better set these intentions for the Gemini new moon, please? Let's get one more shuffle. Alright, Spirit, what else do you have for the Sagittarius collective? Okay, thank you. What else? What else for the Sagittarius collective, please, Spirit? What else do you have for the Saggies? Thank you. Oh, okay. What else? Anything else out of this deck, please? Anything else? Anything else out of this deck for the Sagittarius collective? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Spirit says, yep. Woo! We got a flyer. Whoa! Psychic! The Psychic card flew out of the deck. What else? Spiritual cleansing. Okay, so we got spiritual cleansing first. And then we got the home card next. And then we got Psychic. This to me feels like in order for you to set these intentions and have them actually manifest, you need to be certain you're cleansing not only your home, but cleansing your spirit as well, cleansing your mind. So cleanse your mind, cleanse your home. You can do that with meditation and, physical rituals such as Palo Santo or baths, different kinds of baths. You can add essential oils and Epsom salts in your bath and do cleansing that way. Water cleansing is always a great route to take if you want to do spiritual cleansing. Our exterior world does affect our interior world as well, our spiritual world. If your house is messy and dirty, that will definitely affect your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities, your vibration. So make sure, Spirit is saying here, make sure that your home is clean and make sure your thoughts are clean. And then set the attention on the new moon for this Two of Cups manifestation. Oh, dear Saggy. Let's get some more for you. Let's get some more for you. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have for the Sagittarius collective? 2 more shuffles. The Empress. I love that the Empress has ended up in the middle of the reading, too. Like everything, all of this is like the Empress is the center of the universe, right? And everything is surrounding her. This is like the ripple out. I love it when very relevant card ends up as in the middle of the reading. That's always awesome. All right, Spirit. What else do we have for the sign of Sagittarius? Any more words of advice or wisdom regarding their hopes and desires for this Gemini new moon, please? What else? What else for the Sagittarius collective, please? What else for the Sagittarius collective? What else do we got? What else do we got, Spirit, for the Sagittarius collective? Yeah, Sag, spiritual cleansing. I mean, in your Sagittarius, new moon, Sagittarius full moon reading, we got that you were a healer. Like that was part of your destined path. And as a healer, it's really important for you to spiritually cleanse on a regular basis. I mean, even if you think you feel fine, like just do it for good measure. Because that's going to be really important for you in your manifestations moving forward as a healer. I mean, if you're dragging around low vibrational energies that you might have picked up along your path, that's not good. You might pass that on to whoever you're trying to help as a healer. Okay, so we've got decay, transformation, merging, circularity. Now, there is a woman on this card, and she is nude. She's laying down, and there are moths surrounding her. The card says transformation, merging, and circularity. And then the next card we got is the Coral card. Complexity, aspiration, and structure. Decay. I mean, that's letting go of the old to make way for the new. And the Coral card is aspiration and structure.
that definitely ties into the Sun card and the Mars card here. That's like aggressive self-expression and identity. So it's like you're aspiring to put yourself out there in the world in the most authentic way possible. Yeah, that's going to be really, really important for your spiritual path. Let's get some more. Yeah, as a healer, you're going to have to learn how to be authentic, completely authentic. And don't worry, you know, about other people and what they think. Because your authenticity should always be more important. A good healer, like, they won't bullshit with you. In my opinion, this is my opinion. But a good healer, they won't bullshit with you. They'll tell you like it is. They're gonna be down to earth. They're not gonna be, I don't know if you've ever met some of the woo-woo, like really woo-woo people that come off a little bit inauthentic, and they're just way too, wow, hi, how are you? Oh, it's so nice to meet you. What a beautiful day. You know what I'm talking about? Like, makes me think of when I was younger, I was traveling around in my van, and I ended up at a commune. They invited me to come stay at their commune, and every morning at 10 a.m. it was a requirement. It wasn't optional. They required everybody to meet in this room, and everybody would hold hands and just talk about how lovely everything was and how perfect everything was and idyllic, and it doesn't make sense to do that if you're not totally feeling it, you know? The words don't matter. It's the energy that matters. And as a healer, it's really important to whoever you're helping, it's important to let them know that whatever they're feeling is okay to feel. Because that's the first step in healing, is being authentic. Acknowledging whatever it is you're feeling, acknowledging whether that's sadness or anger or frustration or, you know, whatever it is. It's really important. You don't want to just stuff that down and say everything is peachy. You got to acknowledge it. That's why I believe in shadow work and dark work more than I believe in light work. I feel like you can't be a light worker until you've worked through all the darkness within you. And in order to work through all the darkness within you, you have to be authentic. You have to face it. Okay, let's get a few more cards for Sagittarius. All right, Spirit. What else do you have for the sign of Sagittarius, please, regarding this Gemini new moon? Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. And marriage? No way, Sagittarius. This card keeps coming up for you. Look, we got ghost and marriage again. This follows you. You still haven't worked through this. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I did your last reading, your first reading on my channel, but we've got the marriage card, and like 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3 of your readings, we've gotten this marriage card, and I'm pretty sure one of those times We did get the Ghost card with it. Look at these cards, Sagittarius. We got the Victim, the Ghost, and the Marriage card. Yeah, you know, and I was just talking about dark work. How in order for you to be a healer, you're going to have to work through the darkness within you. This darkness keeps popping up for you, Sagittarius. It's like a leech. It's like a leech on your soul. You know, nobody can really do it for you. You're gonna have to work through this on your own. You're gonna have to seek it out. Seek out a way to release this memory, this ghost of a marriage gone wrong. You know, you may have been a victim of a horrible marriage. But if you sit in this victim mentality, it only hurts you. It does no good. You know, I was listening. Actually, what was it? I was listening to a video on alchemy earlier today, and a commercial came on. And the commercial was from Mind Valley. And I'm not a member of Mind Valley, but every time a commercial comes on, I think about it. But they were talking about forgiveness and how they've actually scientifically proved through brain scanning that forgiveness actually changes the electrical structure of your brain. When you can learn to forgive somebody, it's not necessarily for them, it's for you. And it puts you in a higher vibrational state, a state of forgiveness, because people don't do bad things if they're healed and whole. People that do bad things or are cruel, they're deeply wounded on the inside. Now, this does not make it an excuse, but they can only do it on their own. They have to want to get better. We can't really do much for them. Like the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? You can give them every technique in the book as far as spiritual healing, but they have to want it. And it's going to be important for you moving forward to release this victim energy and forgive. Understand that when people do bad things or they're cruel, the reason they do it is because they're unevolved. They're like spiritual babies, and that's why. And you kind of have to treat adults like babies sometimes, like children. I know that sounds demeaning, but it's true. When an adult throws a fit, in your mind, imagine them as a toddler, because that's what it is. That's what they're doing. They're acting like children, spiritual children. And they're just not as far along on their spiritual path as maybe you are. Let's get you another card, Sagittarius. Yeah, you know, I was a toddler teacher for a good many years, about 8 years actually, about 8 years. And being a toddler teacher taught me so much about humans. I started to like, after spending so much time with toddlers, I was a toddler teacher, preschool toddler teacher. And after spending so much time with toddlers, I started to recognize similarities between children behaviors and adult behaviors. And children behaviors are just a bit more dramatic sometimes, but not, I mean, adult behaviors can be just as dramatic, but it really helped me look at the world in a different way, in a more compassionate way, because you don't get angry at a child when they throw a fit. I mean, you might, but that just means you're unevolved too. When a child throws a fit, you intervene in a calm way, right? So once I got that mentality and I started looking at adults that were throwing fits or being mean or being childish, it made me think, oh wow, okay, this is just a 2-year-old in a 30-year-old body. And then you look at it and then you're like, okay. How can I get mad at that? It's just an unevolved human. Okay, Spirit, let's get one more card for the sign of Sagittarius. What else do you have to tell the Sagittarius collective regarding this Gemini new moon, please? What else for Sagittarius, please? What else do you have for Sagittarius, Spirit? Thank you. "22 paths." Look, it's a labyrinth, it's a maze. Paths. You might feel like this sometimes. Like you're going through a maze, hitting dead end after dead end after dead end. But there is treasure in the middle of the maze. There is treasure there. Don't give up. Don't give up. Beautiful Sagittarius. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Sagittarius. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you can be alerted each time I post a new reading. I hope this Gemini new moon treats you so well, and I cannot wait to see you again in the next reading. Namaste.
Hello, Capricorn. Welcome in to your new moon in Gemini reading. Let's get started. So, Capricorn, your May reading has been on fire. I was not expecting to attract so many beautiful Capricorns to my channel, but I'm so happy that you're here. And if you haven't noticed, I have since fixed the audio. I got some really great feedback on your May reading regarding my audio. And I was really frustrated because I've gone through 3 different microphones trying to get the audio working properly. And it didn't matter how nice of a microphone I had, it's still, the audio was coming out distorted. And in person, my voice wasn't loud, my music wasn't loud, but it was coming out really loud in the videos. So I took my camera to Best Buy and they helped me figure out what was going on. I am not a techie person. I'm an 80s baby and tech just flies right over my head. But they helped me out, and it was a really simple setting that I had inside my camera. It was set to max, which you're only supposed to have it set to max if you're recording really quiet things.
So everything was sounding really super loud, no matter how I tried to adjust it in my video editing. So I really appreciate you being here and supporting me through my growing pains as a new channel. I'm so happy to have attracted so many beautiful people and that are helping me along and helping me grow. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Capricorn. But yes, your May reading was intense. Heartbreak, so much heartbreak, so much attachment to the past. You know, there was clearly something in your past, an experience in your past that it has followed you, right? And this Gemini new moon is all about new beginnings. It's about releasing what no longer works and starting over from scratch. And with the base reading and Aquarius here, which is all about our hopes and dreams, it's time to think new. It's time to let the past go and think new. You know, what if you could attract a new person that was even better than the one that you were so attached to in the last relationship? So it's time to think new. You know, sometimes when we let things go, things can end up better than you even think. And I am rooting for you, Cappies. I am definitely rooting for you. All right, Spirit, we're here to get a Gemini new moon reading on the Capricorn collective, please. Let's get 2 more shuffles. What should they be focusing on? And what kind of intentions should they be setting at this time, Spirit? All right. 3 base cards for the sign of Capricorn, please. Three base cards for the sign of Capricorn, Spirit. Fixed. We've been getting this a lot in the New Moon in Gemini readings. Sagittarius. And Aries. Okay. So the first card out for you, Capricorn, is the fixed card. Now, fixed represents the height of each season. The fixed signs all sit at the height of each season. The fixed signs represent stability. And then the next card we get is Sagittarius. Sagittarius sits in the 9th house, and it's all about spirituality, philosophy, wisdom, knowledge, learning, education. And Sagittarius is your the sign just before you on the zodiac wheel. And then the next card out we got is Aries, which is the first sign on the zodiac wheel. It sits in the 1st house, which is all about the self, the ego. Its ruling planet is Mars. And it's a passionate sign. Mars is the god of war, aggression. It's self-assertion and desire, action, will, force, courage. In its shadow side, it can represent ego in a bad way. I mean, ego, there's good ego and then bad ego, but it can be in its shadow side, bad ego. It can also represent aggression, conflict, impulsiveness, recklessness. But I am not getting that from this reading so far, Capricorn. It to me feels like you need some more stability surrounding your wisdom, your knowledge, your learning, philosophy, good fortune, optimism. Yes, that's what this feels like to me. That you need a bit more optimism in your life, in yourself, in your first house. Optimism that things can turn around, that things can get better, that what you want is in the process of manifesting, and having faith that everything is always working out for you. Okay. Yeah, you need some more stability around your thoughts and your self-confidence. Okay, Spirit. What else can you tell us for the Capricorn collective? Yeah, Sagittarius is all about how you go about expanding spiritually. And with the Self card right after Sagittarius, it's like you need to make that a part of your identity. Spirituality, if it's not already. Because it'll get you through everything. It will. Spirituality, it'll get you through everything. The deeper you go, the more you know, the happier you get. The more I learn every day, the happier and more peaceful I become. And the older I get, the more I learn, the more peaceful I become. It's like nothing really matters anymore. Like everything matters, but nothing really matters, right? You understand. You understand how the universe works. You understand that life is just an experience. And that everything is temporary. And if everything is temporary, then why waste time sitting in a poor mood, trapped in the past? Okay, let's get one more shuffle for the Capricorns. All right, Spirit, what can you tell us about the Capricorn collective, please? What should they be focusing on during this Gemini new moon? And what kind of intentions should they be setting? This deck is so big and slippery. All right, Spirit. What can you tell us for the Capricorns? Thank you. What else for the Capricorns? Thank you. Woo! Okay, there we go. Okay, so this was the first card that came out, and we got the Chariot. That's the fastest moving energy in the deck, and it is Cancer energy. And then I believe this was the next card that came out, which is the 10 of Wands. Burden. And then we've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Page of Wands. And the Page of Cups. So to me, this feels like with the Chariot and the 10 of Wands here, you're moving away from a burden, a heavy load. Or Spirit is encouraging you to move away from a burden or heavy load. This could be a physical heavy load, or it could be a mental heavy load, a spiritual heavy load. And then we've got, after the 10 of Wands, we've got the Page of Wands, which is a passionate, creative spark. It's newness. It's
it's youth. It's a little bit of immaturity. It's a beginning. It's a creative beginning. And then it's interesting because we got another page right after that, the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is emotional beginnings, new emotions. This feels to me like Spirit is encouraging you to move away from a heavy burden, a heavy load. Let's ask Spirit about this heavy load. But if you can move away from this burden, this heavy load, perhaps a mental or thought processing, you have two new beginning cards here. A new beginning in creativity and a new beginning in emotion. What about this Ten of Wands? Why did the Ten of Wands come out for Capricorn, please? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Okay, the Ten of Pentacles. Let's get one more on that. But I've got a good feeling what this means. Okay, what else about the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah. Okay, Capricorn. I believe the Ten of Pentacles came out in your May reading. The Ten of Pentacles is stability. It's having more than enough. It's home life security. It's job security. It's relationship security. This is a burden for you because you felt like the relationship that you had was your Ten of Pentacles. You thought that it was the be-all, end-all, and that you were supposed to be together forever. But the next card that came out is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. That is a lie. Spirit says that is a lie. The Ace of Swords in the upright is clarity. It's a big, emphatic yes. It's mental clarity. But in the reverse, that is a no. A big, emphatic no. So Spirit is saying, you thought that this previous relationship was your Ten of Pentacles, but Spirit is saying it is not. And this burden you need to let go of so you can have this new creative and emotional beginning. I mean, the Chariot's here. Spirit is saying, you got to move past this. Fast. You got to let it go. Let's ask Spirit about the Page of Cups. Spirit, why is the Page of Cups here for the Capricorn reading? The Sun. Wow. There's a lot of nudity in this card. The Sun. Okay? That is like illumination. That is, you get it. It's an aha moment. The Sun is a naked baby riding on a horse. in the traditional rider weight, there's a naked baby riding a horse, just absolutely thrilled, complete joy in life. And that's what Spirit says you have waiting for you in your future if you can let go of this heavy burden. The Sun is more Leo energy. The Wands are also Leo energy. It's fire energy, fire energy, fire, 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 fire. There's like so much fire energy. Spirit wants you to light a fire under your butt with this Chariot card and all the fire elements here. It's time to use the fire element as it's an active element. It's a passionate element. It's a creative and warm and beautiful element. It's spontaneous and optimistic, which is what the Sun here is all about. Beautiful Capricorn. This is here. This is waiting for you. This is absolutely at your fingertips. But you won't be able to get there until you figure out how to release this heavy burden you're carrying.
All right, Spirit, what else can you tell us for the sign of Capricorn? What can you tell us about the new moon in Gemini and how it will be affecting the Capricorn collective? What should they be focusing on, and what kind of intentions should they be setting at this time? Last shuffle. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for the Capricorn collective, please? What else for the Capricorn collective, Spirit? What else for the Capricorns? Thank you. What else? Thank you. Oh my gosh, Capricorn, look what we got again. This came out in your May reading. Your desire for this love. You're seeking love in external places. You're seeking validation from outside of yourself, and you just can't do that. It'll never end up well. Yeah. And then the other card we got is falling. You know, in this card, I read this card a few different ways. Sometimes I read it as falling in love. Sometimes I read it as falling asleep. And sometimes I read it as falling into the arms of those that love you. Ancestors, maybe passed on loved ones. If you look into this card, there is a skeleton right here. And it's reaching out to try and catch this figure falling down. I think that this means that you have ancestors around you that are rooting for you. You have passed on loved ones that are there to catch you when you fall. And they're saying that it's time to move away from this desire in your heart, this need to have a relationship. And don't worry if you fall, because your loved ones are there to catch you. Your loved ones on the other side, your spirit team is there to catch you. Don't worry about falling. Yeah, I feel like this is another reminder that we are never alone in our sorrow. We have entire spirit teams on the other side that are there to help us. And everybody has a spirit team. Every last one of us has a spirit team, and you can talk to yours anytime you want. Meditation is a great way to do that. Great way to do that. Meditate and ask your ancestors for help. Ask your spirit team for help in getting over this burden. Okay, what else, Spirit? Let's shuffle this really quick. Yeah, Capricorn, you've got a new beginning. Look at all this new beginning energy right here with the sun. A happy, emotionally fulfilling new beginning. It's right there. It's right there waiting for you. But you won't be able to get there until you release your burdens. You know, a Buddhist proverb just entered my mind, and it's a story about a man who was standing on a side of a river, and he wanted to get to the other side of the river. So he wandered around and gathered materials and built a boat, and he used that boat to cross the river. But when he got to the other side, there was a mountain up the hill. And he wouldn't have been able to carry the boat.
I mean, he could have, but he would have gone so much slower. It would have been a heavy burden to carry the boat he worked so hard on up the mountain. So it just reminds us that sometimes we put a lot of effort into things, but having no attachment to them is crucial for your advancement. You have to learn how to let go of the boat, how to leave it. Yeah, you might have put a lot of effort into it, a lot of emotions, blood, sweat, and tears, but it's holding you back from progressing on your path. You gotta let it go. Okay. What else for the Capricorn collective spirit? What else can you tell us about the Capricorn collective during this new moon in Gemini? What else should they be focusing on, spirit? Thank you. Ooh, we got 3 cards. Did we get this in your May reading? The snake? I can't remember. We got the snake. And we've got the tree. And the anchor. Number 5, number 7, and number 35. Well, this is really interesting because look at this tree card. It kind of looks, there are hearts in the tree where fruit would be. There are little hearts. And then there's a snake here in this card. And then we got the snake on the desire card. So more snakes and hearts, for 1. For 2, it's commonly depicted in illustrations of the Garden of Eden that the snake comes down out of the tree of life, or the tree of immortality, or the tree of knowledge. I can't remember. The Garden of Eden, the tree where Eve gets the apple. So it's like, and then on here we've got desire and the heart. So it's more temptation energy. Temptation. It's like you want to pick the heart off the tree. But there's deception there. Spirit is saying that's not where you're going to get your happiness. Your happiness has got to come within. It's got to come from within. Wow. And then the last card we got out of that deck is the anchor. The anchor symbolizes stability. Putting down roots. It's fixed energy, stability energy. It's like Spirit is telling you that you need to let go of this burden and find more stability within your emotions, your thoughts, and your spirituality. And that you are the anchor. You have to be the anchor for yourself. Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Capricorn. It was an absolute pleasure reading for you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted each time I post a new reading. I hope this Gemini new moon treats you so well, and I cannot wait to see you again in the next episode. Namaste. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome into your Gemini new moon tarot reading. Let's get started. Aquarius. Aquarius, you came out in the base reading. There you are. Aquarius, hopes, desires, wishes. Yes. Beautiful. Spirit, we're here to get an energy reading for the sign of Aquarius regarding the Gemini new moon. What should the Aquarius collective be focusing on at this time? What intentions should they be setting, please? And how will this new moon affect them? We're here to get an energy reading for the sign of Aquarius regarding the new moon in Gemini. Two more shuffles. 1, 2. Okay, Spirit, we're looking for 3 base cards. Base energy cards for the sign of Aquarius. Three base cards for the sign of Aquarius. South Node. Whole picture. 7th house. Wow, this is very interesting because it really correlates with Libra's reading. Now, you might have a lot of Libra in your chart, or you might be dealing with a Libra, but Libra got the South Node card in the same position in their reading. We also got the 7th house here, which is Libra's house. So the South Node represents our past lives. It's where we came from. It can be anything from the past that Spirit is calling us to move away from. You learn what you needed to learn from this South Node energy, and then you move on to your North Node. And then we got the whole picture card. And I would like to read you from the little booklet about the whole picture. It's the last card in this deck, which symbolizes completion. The whole picture, the entire birth chart is comprised of bits and pieces, yet an integral whole. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. Astrology is an art, as is life itself. This card represents the bigger picture and integration. Blessings. And then we get the 7th house card. And the 7th house, like I said, is Libra's house. And it represents romantic relationships, deep connections, soulmates, partnerships. And Libra shares the planet Venus with Taurus. And Venus will be conjunct in Gemini with the moon on the 6th, June 6th. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that in your May reading, we got the past life card. Yes, and we got more past life energy. In your May reading, we got the past life card, which had a pyramid on it. And then if you look at this card, there's an Egyptian statue here with Isis. You may have a deep affinity with the Egyptian culture. It might really fascinate you. It's quite possible you could have had a past life in Egypt, ancient Egypt. Okay, Spirit, one more shuffle. I guess 2 more shuffles. I just felt compelled to shuffle one more time. Okay. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the sign of Aquarius? What should they be focusing on, and what kind of intentions should they be setting during this Gemini new moon? What do we have for the sign of Aquarius, please? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. What else? What else for the sign of Aquarius, please, Spirit? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Okay, so this was the first card to come out, and it is the 7 of Swords in the reverse. That is imposter syndrome. It's like in the upright, the 7 of Swords is fooling the world around you, but in the reverse, it's fooling yourself. And then we got the 5 of Swords in the reverse, which is inner conflict. And then the next card to come out is the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's a releasing energy. The 4 of Pentacles in the upright is all about holding too tightly to things. It can symbolize holding too tightly to money. And then in the reverse, it might mean you've been spending frivolously lately. But it can also represent releasing a tight grip on something, surrendering to something. And then the last card we got here is the 10 of Vessels. Now, in this tarot deck, there is another element. So in the traditional tarot, you've got earth, air, fire, water. But in this deck, you've got earth, air, fire, water, and spirit or ether. Now, the number 10 symbolizes the end. It's the end, dead end. An end that leads to a new beginning. And on this card, there is a peacock. The peacock is a spiritual animal. It's covered in eyes on its tail. It sees all. It also represents pride and courage. I would like to read you the definition of the 10 of Vessels. I think this is it right here, yeah. Okay. The 10 of Vessels is a card with a peaceful atmosphere of joy and tranquility. In a beautiful verdant garden, 3 musicians seem to play a harmonious melody that invites us to relax at last. As a major symbol, the peacock exposes himself with a sublime iridescent color. In alchemy, this creature represents the climax of alchemical work. The tail combines all chromatic ranges that exist in prima materia into a universal substance known as pure light. The peacock was generally described as a symbol of immortality, based on the ancient belief that states the peacock flesh does not decay and is incorruptible. In Greek mythology, the eyes of giant Argus, the one who sees everything, were placed in the peacock's tail. This mythological association has great significance in the meaning of this card, revealing the attributes of wisdom and full awareness. There is a sense of communication, for the music players interact between them in a concordant way. Symbolically, the instruments denote the understanding of the universal harmony that unites different levels of reality. Music establishes the order of the cosmos and humanity, accomplishing perfection. The musicians exalt the symbolic agreement of our three essential elements: body, mind, and spirit. Pythagoras defined music as a purifier of souls, keeping away the irrational influences. The 9 vessels at the top define the number of the wholeness of man. It represents the cycles of beginnings and endings, connecting the 3 world's spheres. The other vessel alone finds the individuation of the human being. Having the number 10, we can also say that this card corresponds to the end of a cycle and completion. And I find it really interesting that it was the last card to come out in this series here too. So it's like you're fooling yourself internally. You've got internal conflict. You feel like you don't have what it takes to get what you want, but you absolutely do. You need to surrender this mentality because you have completion here and wisdom, and you're connected to the stars. Okay, let's get a few more cards for Aquarius. You know, this card here too, the 10 of Vessels, feels like the whole picture card. It's a completion card, a card of completion. It's like, and that's, you know, what was going on in your May reading as well. It's like the end of a cycle. All right, Spirit. What can you tell us about the 7 of Swords in reverse and the 5 of Swords in the reverse? Why does Aquarius feel like an imposter? What is this internal conflict? Thank you. Okay, the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the 3 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, it's like you feel like you don't have what it takes to accomplish your dreams. But you need to release that with the 4 of Pentacles here. You do have what it takes. You're more powerful than you know. You're not an imposter. You're the real deal, Aquarius. Why do you feel this way? What else, Spirit? Why does the Aquarius feel like an imposter? Why do they feel like this? What's this internal conflict? Thank you. The Ace of Wands. That's a passionate new beginning. Yeah, you're going to get through this. You're going to get over it. I mean, we've got completion energy here, and then new beginning energy here. Yeah, it's like you're going to get through this feeling of being an imposter or a joke or inauthentic. You're going to work through this and it's going to help you grow. And Spirit is telling you that that's what you need to manifest during this new moon. These are the intentions that you need to set, is releasing this old way of thinking, these self-limiting beliefs. All right, Spirit, let's get a couple more cards for the sign of Aquarius. Two more shuffles. One. Last shuffle. Two. All right, Spirit, what else do we have for the sign of Aquarius, please? What else for Aquarius, Spirit? What else for Aquarius? Thank you. The Dreamer. And power. Look, like in your last reading, you were connected, deeply connected to the spiritual realm. And that is appearing in this reading as well. There's power within your dreams. Make sure that you've got a journal set up by your bed. And when you wake up in the morning after a dream, make sure you write it down immediately. Like, don't snooze or roll around and fall back asleep. You'll forget it. Sit right up in the bed and then write out your dreams and keep track of them, because they have important messages within them for you that'll help you on your path. That'll help you on your journey. Yeah, you are a powerful dreamer, deeply connected to the spirit realm. One foot in one world, one foot in the other world. Beautiful. Aquarius. Yeah, you're going to have this new beginning. You're going to get through all these negative emotions. Okay, Spirit, let's use this deck. Let's get one final message for the sign of Aquarius. What should they be focusing on during this Gemini new moon? How will it be affecting them, and what intentions should they be setting? All right, last shuffle. Okay, Spirit, what else for the sign of Aquarius, please? Final messages for the sign of Aquarius, please. Final messages for the sign of Aquarius, please, Spirit. Final messages for the sign of Aquarius, Gemini, new moon. Wow, new life. Look, more Egyptian symbology. It's the Ankh. I think in your last reading, I got the visual of the spirit team, the spirit family. Like, you're going to complete a mission and then you're going to go home. And this feels like that all over again. It feels like you're here to complete a mission regarding your personal power. And then you'll be born again in the spirit realm. Wow, more Egyptian symbology. So we got the Ankh, we got the South Node, and then in your May reading, we got the Pyramid. Wow. I'm going to read you this card really quick out of the booklet. New life, number 4. New life, the arrival of new beginnings, or the budding start of something beautiful and long-lasting. Drawing this card can indicate a need or desire to start over with a sense of childlike wonder. What you are beginning will have a strong impact and far reach. Drawing this card can indicate a positive relationship and/or experience. The symbol here is the Ankh, and the Ankh is an ancient Egyptian symbol representing eternal life. Yeah, a new beginning, which is what the new moon is all about. It's a new beginning. It's an opportunity to release the past, release what's holding you back, and start anew, start fresh. Beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Aquarius. I hope this reading was helpful. And if it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted each time I post a new reading. I hope that the Gemini new moon treats you beautifully, and I cannot wait to see you again in your next reading. Namaste. Hello, Pisces. Welcome in to your new moon in Gemini reading. Let's get into it. Pisces. Beautiful Pisces. Your May reading was super cool. And there was a lot of psychic energy in that reading. And Spirit was clearly telling me that you have natural psychic abilities that you need to work on honing. And psychic abilities can be honed by meditating and by clearing the energy around you, the static energy around you, by getting rid of as much negativity as you can in your life, because that clouds up the reception. You know, negative experiences and energy will cloud your reception. But the more meditating you do and the more you practice with your intuition, you know, the better you'll get. And with psychic abilities, start practicing on little things like guessing the next song that's going to come on the radio, or guessing somebody's favorite color, or guessing somebody's name, or guessing the next commercial that comes on the TV. I mean, anything. Just start practicing with all kinds of things. And you'll start to feel in your body, you know, when you get that thing right, you get a different sensation in your body. But yeah, psychic abilities, they're like, it's like tuning a radio dial so that you get a better reception. You got to tune that dial just right so you get the clearest audio. And there are lots of different kinds of psychics too. I mean, you can be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. There is a clair for every sense. So you might want to check in and see, well, what kind of clair am I? Go read up on the clairs. Like for me, I'm definitely clairvoyant. So I see things. I see very detailed, colorful visuals, especially during my meditation and my dreams. And I'll get those visuals randomly throughout the day as well. But yeah, you might hear things, you might see things, you might feel things. All right, Spirit, we're here to get an energy reading for the sign of Pisces regarding this upcoming new moon in Gemini. Can you give us 3 base cards for the sign of Pisces, please?
What should they be focusing on, and what kind of intentions should they be setting during this new moon? All right, last shuffle. I just saw the Gemini card. All right. Three base cards for the sign of Pisces, please, Spirit. North Node. Solar eclipse. Capricorn. What? Look at this deck. Look, there are 65 cards in this deck, if I'm remembering correctly. And you got this Capricorn card in your May reading. Now, Capricorn is the 10th house, and its ruling planet is Saturn. Saturn governs responsibilities. It's the god of time, Kronos. It also symbolizes the Grim Reaper, old age, debility, lethargy, inertia, fear, loss, death, elders, father, structure, form, limitation, duty, career, heights and falls, practicality, agriculture, patience, discipline, and diligence. And then the first card you got is the North Node, and the North Node is where we're all headed. The North Node is your future. It's what you should be focused on in this incarnation. Check your chart and see where your North Node is. It would be interesting to note if your North Node was in Capricorn. But you might also have a Capricorn in your life, a close Capricorn. But the second card we got is solar eclipse. And solar eclipse happens during a new moon. It's a supercharged new beginning. Interesting. All right, let's get some more for the Pisces collective. Yeah, and Capricorn's ruling planet is Saturn, and Saturn can represent death. Not necessarily in a physical sense. It could be a spiritual death, an ego death. Ego death would definitely heighten your intuition and your psychic abilities, that's for sure. Okay, 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. All right, Spirit. What else can you tell us for the Pisces collective, please? What should they be focusing on during this new moon in Gemini? And what kind of intentions should they be setting? What do you have for the Pisces collective, please? Thank you. The 6 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Okay, those wanted to come out. Wow, new beginning energy again. So you've got the solar Oh, this card just flew at me. That's the Ten of Cups in reverse. So we did get the Ace of Cups here, which is new beginning energy. But first we got the Six of Swords in reverse. And the Six of Swords in the upright is moving away. Moving away from something. But when it's in the reverse, that to me symbolizes that you're having a hard time moving away from something. You feel stuck. And then the next card out is the Pope. The Pope symbolizes your connection to the divine, but it's a very rigid connection to the divine. In this card, there is a Pope and his eyes are white and there are strings coming off of his hands. And he's depicted as a kind of puppet. So there might be some strict, rigid rules around something in your life that make you feel stuck. But the next card we got is the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, usually in love, because the cups are water, and water is emotion. So it's a new beginning in emotion, a new feeling, it could be new love. And then we got the Ten of Cups in reverse, which means that you're seeking greater harmony within your relationships. Is something that you want to feel more of. You feel like you're not quite at the Ten of Cups. You feel like it's there, it's possible, but it's not there. And you want that. Let's see, which deck? Let's go with this one. Yeah, in your May reading, we did get the Seven of Swords energy, which the Seven of Swords is a sneaky energy. It's a sneaking around the back. It's trying to hide something. So in your May reading, it looked as though there was someone in your life that was hiding something. So you may be seeking greater harmony within that relationship, looking for more trust and honesty and openness emotionally. All right, Spirit, last shuffle. What else do we have for the sign of Pisces, please? Regarding this upcoming new moon in Gemini, what should they be focusing on? What kind of intentions should they be setting at this time? What do you have for the Pisces collective, please? Thank you. What? No way! Lucky! That came out in your May reading! What? Pisces, you're one lucky SOB. You're followed by luck. It might not feel like that sometimes, but you have moments where it's just like the universe rains upon you. All right, what else? Thank you. One more? One more for Pisces. Thank you. What? No way. This also came out in your May reading. Soulmate. What? What else? And home. Lucky, soulmate, home. Well, Pisces, it seems to me like you know, you've forgiven whoever was sneaking around and doing something that was sneaky. It looks like you forgave them with the Ace of Cups here. It looks like they have been forgiven, but this means that you're still looking for greater harmony within the relationship. It's not perfect. It probably never will be, but you can still have improvement. And then we've got the lucky card again. Soulmate and home. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You're not only lucky financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, but you're lucky in a lot of other ways too. All right, let's get some more cards for Pisces. All right, 2 more shuffles for Pisces. Last shuffle. All right, Spirit, what do you have out of this deck for the Pisces Collective, please? What do we have out of this deck for the Pisces Collective, please, Spirit? What? Whoa! That just flew out and did a double flip like a gymnast. Searching. Okay. What else? What else for Pisces? Okay, the Alchemist. That's so funny that this card has popped up in a couple of my readings over the last 2 days. And I've been reading up a lot on alchemy. Now there's spiritual alchemy and then there's physical alchemy. But spiritual alchemy is turning lead into gold. It's about taking a negative thing and making it positive through perspective. Searching, the Alchemist. Yeah, you're definitely always searching for ways to turn lead into gold. You're always looking for ways to turn a negative situation into a positive one. And for the most part, you do a pretty good job. And it feels to me like you're getting better. The more experience you get, the better you get at this. Yeah. All right, Spirit, let's get one final card for the sign of Pisces. One more card for Pisces, please. Last shuffle. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for the sign of Pisces regarding this Gemini new moon, please? What else? What else for Pisces? Yeah, I feel like these last 2 cards kind of sum up the whole energy of the Gemini new moon for you. Like, this is what you should be focusing on and the intentions you should be setting. Is always looking for ways to turn lead into gold. Because that kind of optimism and positive outlook on literally everything will make you more powerful spiritually and psychically. What else for Pisces? What else? What else for Pisces? What else? Thank you. The heart. The heart. Beautiful. More love. More love and understanding. You know, one of your tarot cards is the High Priestess, Pisces. And the High Priestess is so full of love. She's full of wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the cosmos. But she knows how important love is. And forgiveness. She knows that it not only benefits those around her, but it benefits her as well. Beautiful reading. Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in today. It has been an absolute pleasure reading for you. I hope today's reading was helpful, and if it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted each time I post a new reading. I hope the new moon in Gemini treats you phenomenally, and I cannot wait to see you again in the next reading. Namaste.